Hello, football family. Welcome into Huddle It Up Films. Week 11 on the horizon. Can you believe it? The Ravens about to play their 10th game have creeped all the way up to 4-5. Special guest tonight. Put his name in the title. I put his name in the title because I knew he wouldn't mind. I know sometimes people are funny about that, but I wanted to promote him and let everybody know that he's going to be on the show with me tonight. Here he is, the man, the Baltimore kid that had the cojones to move to the left coast, pick up, go to San Diego, get that nice suntan on his white face. You look as pale as me without sun. Get a good-looking girlfriend, start a nice YouTube channel. It's Ryan from the Flock Rundown. Best smile in the game, Ryan. Best smile in the game, Ryan from Flock Rundown.
What's up, Jason? Happy to be here, man. Thanks for the kind words and excited to talk some ball.
Love you, brother. Thanks for joining me. You know, with this week, guys, that the philosophy basically is this Browns matchup. We know these guys. We know the situation. So instead of spending a half hour at the end of the show going through each and every matchup like we did the first time we played them, let's get somebody on here, man. Let's get some new blood, some new life. So I brought Ryan back on. That's that was the theory behind it, Ryan. I thought it was a good idea. So anyway, let's check in on the family that's here already. And make sure I don't miss anybody that creeps in late this time. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the comments with Ryan here. Chris, the lovely Chris. And by the way, Chris, I saw somebody else refer to you on another stream as the lovely Chris. Now, I hope that is because of me. I hope that's because of me. Hopefully I started something. We got Mr. Zaratniak in here. What's up, Jason? It's great to see you. My guy, TY, new membership looks good on you. TY, one of my Twitter buddies. Love him to death. The head VP, Heather McCubbins. Hey, Jason. Hey, Heather. It's great seeing you. It's great seeing you. Cosmonaut Project, if you like the song, the intro at the beginning, that's me and Cosmonaut working together to put that thing together. So that is my old best friend for over 30 years, my old work buddy. You see him check in at the beginning of the show. Not the biggest diehard football fan, but he supports yours. He supports your boy over here. So that's great. The Linda J. Linda, I hope you like the fact that when the members run down the bottom, I capitalized the THE. So no, the Linda J. It's there it is, running right across the bottom. The Linda J. So I hope you get a kick out of that. Tila, spilling the Tila out here. Hey, y'all. Tila trying to help me get the merchandise started. Jay-Z I see my name. Jason, you nailed the score prediction for the Vikings. There was no way you could predict that the Ravens would convert a two-pointer and the Vikings would fail theirs. I mean, you said it, I didn't. But I was actually looking at the score, Ryan, because I predicted 26 points for the Ravens. And when they went for two, I'm like, man, it figures. I almost had I almost nailed it. Hey, Heather, member for 3 months. I'm starting to like Okoye. So let's kick it to you on this one, Ryan. I like CJ Okoye too.
Yeah.
He showed up a lot in that cut up that I made to Draymond Green. Was able to bat at least one pass down at the line of scrimmage, just manhandling guys. And I think the future is bright. And what I like from a scouting perspective, just to tell you, Ryan, is he's now, instead of being overly engaged in the guy he's going against, he's able to just lock on and peek and see what's going on. And it's allow him to process the plays a lot better, shedding on timely. So, man, somebody that's just learning how to play football, I love what I see from CJ Okoye.
Yeah, 100%, man. And just like you said, you got to love the upside, right? Like the potential's there. He's only going up. It is a arrow up. So I think the sky's the limit. I don't know, what that role looks like immediately, in the short term. I think he's still just going to be kind of sprinkled in there for depth and get his reps and just keep learning. But I love what I'm seeing, and he's getting better quickly too, and has all the tools in the world athletically. So yeah, let's go, man. I hope we develop him over the year and he can become a piece, because we're going to need it next year.
Do you think he can be the kind of guy that you have to double team because he's just going to make the guard or center look so small and just walk him back to the quarterback?
From a size and strength standpoint, I mean, the potential is 100% there. So yeah, I mean, the dream is for him to develop into being one of those guys, and what a story that would be.
Because he's, to me, he's never going to be a finisher. It's not like he's going to be Aaron Donald and rack up 8 sacks, 10 sacks, or Matabike 13 sacks. He's not a finisher like that. The quarterbacks are too athletic. But if he can at least force you to double team so he don't F up the play every play, then that's going to leave another defensive tackle free. So, Heather, that's what I'm looking at from my guy Okoye there. Dario, What's going on, Dario? Hey, Jason. Hey, Ryan. Ravens flock. Ryan, you're getting a lot of love in the comments as well.
What's
Ashley,
up, everybody?
Twitter buddy. Hey, Jason and everyone. Hey, Ashley. O'Derry checking in. Love you, man. I'm glad you made it. Football is family. I made another live. What is happening? Jason says he loves your channel, Ryan.
Appreciate you, Jason.
And Heather, already in here. Kicking in with the $10 super chat. Thanks, Heather. Thank you very much. If O-line was great, we would win in the Super Bowl every year. Love the new look defense. Look, Ryan, there's no sugarcoating it. This offensive line is horrible. I actually posted a clip. I don't know if you guys out there have seen it yet, but it was just 8 reps from Voorhees. But he was tasked with blocking 1-on-1 16 times in that first Browns game. And I clipped out the 8 that it tells the story of just how overmatched we are on the offensive line in multiple spots. And man, if they could just be as good as they were last year, my hope for this team goes up. But we've seen major regression from Roger Rosengarten, Lele, Voorhees. Like Ronnie's not as good as he was last year. So like the whole unit, man. Like I think that this O line, like the Ravens will go as far as the O line will take them.
Yeah, 100%, man. The O-line's been, I mean, yeah, it's worse this year, which is crazy because I thought you could only really go up. Maybe the Stanley because of injuries and stuff, you understand the regression a little bit, but who would have thought Roger regresses a little, or even Voorhees and Fa'alele? Like, how do you not get better? Like after the reps last year, I guess Voorhees got benched for McCary a little bit during the year, but like, I just thought they would all take a little bit of a leap. Not that I was happy with the O-line fully last year either. We still had a lot of issues, but I was expecting some improvement. And yeah, you're seeing some regression and just a ton of inconsistency. Like I don't, you get good reps. It's not like every rep's bad. It's just like so much inconsistency. And when it's bad, it's drive ending bad.
And I mean, you need all 5 guys to win. You know
what do you
mean?
think what's your take on why we're worse?
I think Warhop has something to do with it. I think everybody's individual story is different. Ronnie, I just think it's a matter of age.
Yeah.
I think Roger needs to get in the weight room. Fa'alele was never going to work because of his size. That's just my opinion. Like it's like I've said before, it's like asking Zay Flowers to be your jump ball guy. It's just he's not built to be a right guard. And execute all the blocks to be the leader in your running game. And then Voorhees, who knows, man? Like that's the guy who really disappoints me because I've seen him play good ball. So yeah, Heather, thank you for the $10 super chat. Just want to check it. Oh, Romy Rome checking in from Germany. You know any German, Ryan?
No, none at all.
Is Das Vidania German? I think Das Vidania is German.
I don't know many other languages. I'm very deficient in that area.
Hey, we got Justin, my favorite 2 podcasters. What's up, Justin? What's up? And King Blaze, smoke one for me, brother. Smoke one for me, King Blaze. We're gonna need it because the Browns game always kind of stresses me out a little bit, Ryan. You just know it's going to be physical up there.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, Ty is saying it's got to be a Warhop thing. And we just want to make sure before we go full speed here that I am not missing any of the family because I do not like to do that. Okay. Yep. Justin is fine. George Warhop. All right, TY. I see you. Let us get into it. It is time for content time, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Now, something we've been calling for on the show, and it actually has been happening the last 2 weeks. And boy, am I glad to see it, especially considering that Lamar is now beat up. Is this, Ryan? The quick passing game. Now, we saw Tyler Huntley come in and play, and we were able to move the ball with as limited as a thrower Tyler is, just by moving the pocket, minimizing the O-line having to block for so long, getting the ball out quick, play action, have the whole line go this way, and then your quarterback boots out the other way. All these creative ways that Todd Monken was getting the ball in his playmakers' hands. Well, hey, we saw it against that Brian Flores defense and all the blitzes last week. Lamar averaged 2.59 seconds to throw versus the Viking, 6 fastest of his career. His fastest time to throw was against Brian Flores when he was with the Dolphins, that horrible game in 2021.
I was there.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, mercy. I traveled to Miami for that game. It was a fun trip, but yeah, game sucked.
Yeah, I've never been to Miami. I've been to Orlando, never been to Miami. But yeah, Lamar was 19-12 or 12-19, 118 on quick passes, took just 1 sack. That 1 sack, though, my goodness, it might be the reason that Lamar's injured. But, just looking at the throw chart, Ryan, I'm going to kick it to you on this. Take the comments off. Not one throw of over 20 air yards in that game.
Yeah, get the ball out quick, man. With an inconsistent O line that we were just talking about, and that's a way to counter those limitations. I like the adjustments. I think it started with that Huntley game, right? Like, the adjustments for Monken too, to just be like, okay, like we obviously understand that we can't, always look downfield with this O line limitation. So I feel like getting the ball out quick, and then that will eventually open up some shots downfield. I don't think this chart's always going to look like this, but maybe against more talented fronts or better defenses, we have to do this. And I like the option and the adjustments to do it. We might have to do this against Cleveland this week. That's
Right.
another, that defense is harder than Minnesota was. So I think I like the adjustments, man. I like the strategy behind it too, because we just don't have enough time to consistently go downfield. We end in drives doing that. So, I wish we could get the run game going too, but I like the quick pass game.
Yeah, and just to build on that, Ryan, I'm not saying it's ideal. It's not what you want. You don't want
Right.
a limited offense. Like, part of what makes Lamar great, amongst many other things, is his ability to push the ball downfield, hunt for big plays. But as you mentioned, this week against the Browns, not being able to block these guys, the throw chart might look a little bit like this. And the other thing that sticks out is, see all that white to the right by the line of scrimmage. Like Andrew Van Ginkel and Grenard, they were sitting on those spam passes to the right, Ryan,
Yeah.
like batting them down.
Yeah.
They
The
were like,
deflections were crazy in that game.
right. They're like, we're going to blitz you, but we're also going to take away your quick outlet to
Smart.
Zay Flowers to your arm side. So, yeah, Brian Flores, just a really smart defensive coordinator. I think he should be a head coach. I saw a question in here from my guy, Justin. Do you think Emory Jones will start this Sunday, Ryan?
No. I'm not ruling it out at some point. Well, you never know. Injury could happen, or he just impresses the coaches enough in practice. But no, not this Sunday. I don't think so. What do you think?
I'm gonna be optimistic and say he starts the Cincinnati game.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, in a couple weeks, I'd love that. I'm going to that game. I'm going to the Thanksgiving game too. So yeah, that'd be sick, man.
Thanksgiving game. That's going to be the call.
And you think it's a bench? It's a what? Fa'alele benching? Is that your prediction?
It's a benching, and the question for me is where he goes, because I think that, like, his natural kick step, he played 2 or 3 games at right guard in college before they just moved him to right tackle the whole time. So his kick step is all right foot back.
Right. Yep.
So that would tell me he's a natural right guard, right tackle.
Yep.
But the way that I think about the coaches is, like, they're just in love with Fa'alele, and Voorhees has actually been worse than Fa'alele. So, as a wise man named Lamar Jackson once said, I can't call it. I can't call it.
No, I can't either. I'd be shocked if there's even a change, but I'm hoping for one. I'm optimistic. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep it rolling.
Das Vidania is Russian, Ryan. That's
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Learn something.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of chats I can see. Ryan, are you live streaming to your channel as well?
No, I didn't click it. No.
Okay, so I don't know what we talked about, 2 chats, but I'm doing my best. Oh, Heather, here we go. I'm going to end up agreeing with Heather. I know it before I even read it. How can Harbs watch film every week and not deem Fa'alele a liability? Those missed blocks, shaking my head. I don't understand the O-line's regression from last year. Yeah, we talked about the regression from last year, so hopefully we got that in for you. But yeah, man, I just think it's for whatever reason. I know that the coaches are in love with size and that kind of thing, but and we saw Mekhi Becton win the Super Bowl last year. Maybe that factors in as well. But I mean, all he can do is down block. He can't block in space. He can't, outside zone. He have one kind of good game, a running outside zone. I can't stand blasting the player. I should not be blasting the player because he should not be playing.
Yeah.
So this is why, like with Heather's point, it gets me upset at the coaching staff.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, he's put in the wrong position. And like just the whole project of that move, going super cheap and taking a developmental right tackle and moving him to right guard who didn't even have a ton of football experience. I think that all should be in question. I think we went a little too cheap and unproven in that regard in one of the most important group position group on the team. You know, we need a strong offensive line. So I think that move should be questioned as well.
Oh, wow. I am running 2 live streams at the same time.
The vertical one. That's what I said earlier. Are you running a vertical and a horizontal one?
Holy crap. StreamYard did this to me, guys. Oh, there it is. I'm going to cancel that one. Okay. I'm going to cancel that one. So for all of y'all who are in, I don't think I can cancel it. If you're in the vertical one, go to my channel and go to the horizontal one. All right. And I'll get in the same chat. So I am so sorry. So sorry. Do not go to that vertical one. It was a new setting on StreamYard. I thought I was doing something good. I did something bad. Just go to the regular one where it's a landscape layout. So sorry. Sorry, Cosmo. Sorry, Chris. I apologize. So yeah. Yeah, go to the one. Shut that other one down. Shut that other one down. My goodness. Ryan, I'm an idiot. Thank you for being here.
You're good, man. That's why I mentioned it before. I was like, there's two lined up here, but it's all good. Everyone will find the other one.
All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. So hey, while I was just taking heat, let's bring up something, the news of the day. Lamar Harbaugh says he should be okay. Looking forward to practice tomorrow. Lamar was banged up from Wednesday. Typical rest day type thing, but you always want to have your quarterback out there. You always want to have your quarterback out there, Ryan, just to run the offense, get the receivers going. Excuse me, worry level on Lamar? Like I'm not worried yet, but I was kind of wondering how you felt.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. If he, obviously if this lingers the rest of the week or something, then we got something different on our hands. But I don't see that. I think it is just general soreness. I mean, I didn't see him get hurt in the game. You know, he wasn't really like seeming hobbled in the game by any means. So I mean, I think he definitely took some hits. I mean, I could it's a couple plays where it could have happened, but it's football, man. People get sore. I'd like to see him out there ideally, but he's played the Browns a million times, and if he's got to miss the start of practice on the first practice of the week on a Wednesday, I'm not concerned about it as long as he's back.
Don't switch up on me, Chris. I need you. I need you in there fighting for my rights. Ashley, okay. I'm glad people are finding it. It's super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. Okay. So yeah, Lamar, let's hope he's fine.
He'll be all right.
But yeah, Lamar keeps up the blitzes, the unreal pressure. I got shaken. I didn't bring up topic bars there. That was very depressing. Let's make fun of somebody though. Let's make fun of somebody. About this Browns quarterback, Dillon Gabriel. Coach Stefanski, by the way, I saw something. Now I can't confirm where this is true, but he won't even say Shedeur Sanders' name.
I don't know what's going on with that. I'd love to be like a fly on the wall and hear one of their meetings or something. Because I feel like Shedeur might be honest and like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm seeing like even limited chances. I'm not saying he should immediately be the starter or whatever, but why are they kind of discrediting him and just kind of pushing him down on the depth chart as often as possible? It seemed like that was happening during the preseason too.
For real, bro. Like maybe Shedeur just had enough of their crap over there in the way he was treated and just told him,
and nothing ever works from a quarterback standpoint in Cleveland. Like what quarterback has worked out in our lifetime, really? Like it's, you know what I mean? I can't think of, and I think of some guys that have left. Baker's a recent one that is having a ton of success in Tampa Bay, or a lot more success at least, and couldn't thrive in Cleveland. It just seems like nothing works there.
Even Flacco this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like the Flacco in Cleveland versus Flacco in Cincinnati. And I know the weapons are different, but looks like a totally different quarterback. There's 100%. Something about that city. So they've ostracized Shedeur. Stefanski gave Dillon Gabriel another vote of confidence this week. But look at these numbers. Now, old buddy Daniel Afusi used to work here. Forget exactly where, but he used to report on the Ravens. Gabriel ranks 32 out of 33 passers in QBR, last in yards per attempt, 32 in air yards per attempt. And this is the part. So he's 32 in air yards per attempt. So it's a lot of short stuff. You figure he'd be accurate with it because it's just little short passes. No, he's got the 5th highest off rate target. Almost 18% of his passes are off target. Despite throwing a lot of short stuff, like that blows my mind right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Our defense should feast. I think I as long as we can stop Judkins in the run game, I mean, there is absolutely no concern here in my mind. I'm excited to go against another rookie quarterback. I mean, we just back-to-back weeks, I guess now, right? Yeah, JJ. Well, I know he's not. Is he technically kind of a rookie, right? He didn't play
Yeah, I
last year.
mean,
Or
yeah,
technically not, but really is. That's what I'm trying to say.
really is. Yep.
Yeah. But that was his 4th game, and this is Gabriel's 3rd or 4th game. So, yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for our defense to go out there and have some fun.
Me too. So just wanted to bring that up and just say, hey, look, Ravens, this defense for the first time, Ryan, I kind of wasn't buying the turnaround. Like last year, I didn't totally buy it because we were playing so safe without Kyle causing havoc, Kyle being a free safety. We were just kind of playing it safe, giving up the points we were supposed to give up, a little bend don't break action. But for the first time, now this is the Miami game and the Minnesota game, that looked like an attacking, aggressive defense. Draymond Jones has helped so much on the inside. What a difference between having 2 nose tackles on the inside and having a healthy Travis Jones and Draymond on the inside of your 4-man rush. Like it looked completely different to me.
Yeah, no, defense, I think, has really turned around. I mean, obviously, we're not being tested with top tier talent, but we look substantially better than earlier in the season. And having Kyle near the line of scrimmage, I mean, Kyle Hamilton's playing some of the best defensive football in the entire NFL right now. Like, it's like absolute game record. We're always talking about like we never had that, like, or we haven't had that elite rusher on the edge or anything. And I know Kyle Hamilton's not always playing there, but like he's just that game wrecking guy, that presence that you need to disrupt, batting passes, or he hasn't even got really a turnover. Has he having a turnover at all this year? No, right? But
No, I don't think so.
That's coming too, though. But look how much he's disrupting it too. And then, yeah, now you add Draymond Jones, you're getting more pressure. Mike Green is playing better and better each week. I'm excited about what the rookies are bringing too, which was a little scary for first chunk of the season. Not scary as in like their careers. I think people were jumping the gun, putting too much pressure on Starks and Green and just, saying that they're not good enough yet. But I'm just seeing them improve so drastically, and it's only halfway through the season or a little over halfway through the season. So I'm pumped about this defensive turnaround. If we can stay healthy, especially on the D line, like we need Travis Jones in there, prime Travis Jones. Like we got to stay healthy. But if
We got to.
if we stay healthy, I mean, I'm believing the turnaround on defense.
I finally am, man. I finally am. It's been hard to win me over because standards just so high for defense. And I mean, I just didn't recognize this Ravens defense. Some of the family will tell you I had some really depressing things to say about it. It was just unrecognizable. No identity, no personality. And now here I am, man, week 11. And that's why I always say teams change. Romy Rome in the house. That's old Jerome from the Martin show. Do you know anything about that, Ryan?
I do.
Romy Rome in the house, yeah. Romy Rome became a new member. Thank you, Romy. Thank you, Romy. Really appreciate you. Heather saying Draymond, Gilman, awesome additions.
Yeah,
they
Gilman
really have.
too. Did you watch The Wired at all? I don't know, but some people watching probably did, but he was mic'd up. His communication was crazy.
No, I didn't get to watch. I was prepping for the show, but
yeah,
I will watch that.
Gilman's like, I mean, he's letting out down and distance, communicating to everybody. If Awuzie is covering somebody over his head, he's screaming what's going on. Like, I mean, just ultimate communication out there.
Jason Z. Zaratniak. Jason, you have built a family here. I say true family here. No mute. Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate it. The people in here brighten my day. I don't really care how many views it gets, but I really appreciate everybody who's in here. And Dario pointing out Teddy Buchanan is also playing great. Looks pretty comfortable out there, Ryan.
Yeah, he's getting better and better too, man. That's what I'm saying. These rookies seem to be learning quick and improving. And what like important roles? And we knew Starks was going to get put into an important role, but I mean, there's 4 rookies that are playing very crucial minutes. You got Mike Green, Starks, Buchanan, and Tyler Loop. Like, I mean, these guys have massive impact in their first year. We don't see that from rookies too often.
Okay, so Ryan, I want to play you a clip of what what a wise man once said about Carson Vincent just a week ago. One of the best looking guys in the Ravens flock. Let's hear what he had to say. With Ronnie Scarrow on Sunday, he was in a lot of pain, and then I saw the snap count. It was the last snap of the drive. He came right back in, didn't miss any time. But I wonder if Carson Vincent is close. Like, coming from an HBCU to the NFL is a huge jump. So I don't want to minimize that. Carson Vincent, left tackle, may need a full year of development. Next year, maybe he takes his lumps. But from what I've seen from Joseph Noteboom and what I saw from Carson Vincent, even in the preseason when both of those guys were playing, at one point you had Vincent at left tackle, Noteboom at right tackle. They were both playing against the same level of competition per se in the preseason. Vincent looked like the better player, and especially the better run blocker. I mean, Carson Vincent, dominant run blocker. He's got the NFL body type. He's got good feet, and he's strong, and he's just mean. Strong hands, mean. So I can't help but wonder if Vincent can get himself activated over Noteboom soon. Do I expect it to happen? No, because again, this is a big jump. I think the coaches and everybody would rather see Carson Vincent just be able to sit for a year, learn. Speed of the game is different in the regular season than it is from the preseason. So I understand, I get all that. But my confidence in Noteboom has dropped, whereas the last time and every time I've seen Vincent, he just seems up for the task. So there you go. So what happened Sunday? What happened Sunday? They
Vincent
activated my guy. Yes.
Good
So
call.
very proud of that. Had to bring it up. I'm like, you know what? I might as well show off for my guy Ryan, man. So yeah, he's active over Noteboom, and quite frankly, I don't expect that to change considering what I saw out of Noteboom when he was in there.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I think he's officially replaced him. I mean, they wouldn't make that move and then just go back on it. He must be showing the coaches something in practice as well, not only just like preseason film, but not that he's ready to start or anything. Hopefully we don't have any injuries, but I definitely think that he's bringing more to the table right now than Noteboom, which says a lot about his upside too, because this guy's super young, and Noteboom's a vet. He's probably not going to continue to just get better, but a guy like Vincent has so much upside. What's up, Engraven?
Dude, I'm so self-conscious in this episode now.
This double stream.
Bro, Engraven StreamYard got me. They were like, hey, man, we got this new feature. Click it right here. You're 50 years old. Just trust us. And this is what I get. This is the treatment that I get, Engraven. So, yeah, I'm I'm a little bit self-conscious on this episode, man. I'm glad you're right here with me, Ryan.
Nah,
Chrissy Sandwich back. But yeah. We thought people were ignoring each other in the comments. They were wondering where everybody come through. But yeah, Engraven was just a little bit late. We will get him. Oh, you meant when I played the clip. Okay. I was just a little humble brag, man. Not so humble brag, bro. Like, Carson Vincent deserves to be in there. Then I almost wonder, Ryan, like, all right, you got Emory Jones. He's used to that right-handed kick stat, dropping with his right foot. Vincent's used to his left. Maybe he's a left guard.
Slide in the guard. Yeah, that'd be a crazy experiment. I mean, dude, whatever gets us playing with whatever gets us blocking better and having better O-line, I'm for.
I mean, just going back to Heather's comment though, like, it really is the offensive line is the only thing right now. I'm looking at the weapons; they're good. I'm looking at the defense. I finally believe in it. Lamar, Demetrius Jackson is your quarterback, all-time great. Just open up some running lanes from Henry. Give Lamar some time, and the sky's the limit for this team. I mean, Ryan, look at the first place teams. You got New England, Indianapolis, Denver, all in first place.
No one predicted that in week 11. Nah, it's insane. Yeah, and it'll even out a little bit too. I you know what I mean? Like I think the KCs, because KC's what, they're not even in the playoffs right now. I think they're 8th or something. So I mean, there's some stronger teams that just aren't playing as well that I think it'll kind of all smush together and even out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the AFC's wide open. The AFC North is wide open. And that 1-5 start seems like it's way in the distance all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Jay-Z, of course, I get it, man. You keep him at left tackle. It's just tempting, man, because I know he would absolutely kick some, in the run game at left guard and just like open up Derrick Henry for us. Definitely better than Voorhees in the run blocking game. So you don't need a lot of seasoning for that. I mean, of course, it's an NFL level, but not as much as pass pro and communication and all that. You block your guy, man. Get outside zone at any level. Just run that, man. Run it. And like Ty is pointing out, Emery and Vincent both play with a mean streak. That's a good sign for this line if they can continue to progress. A little bit of a sad story here. Jaire goes from potential starter to reserve retired list. Prayers up to him. It's something else that, I'm not taking a victory lap on this one, but we were talking in the comments and on the show, Ryan, that like Jaire's clock is ticking. That was a topic bar I had, a couple of weeks ago. And it's like, and then he got traded for the deadline. But a player of Jaire's talent with that salary, even though it was only $6 million or whatever it was, you expect them to participate. And if he can't play special teams, if he can't start and he can't play special teams, then it's like, what are we doing with the roster spot? As the injuries pile up and that kind of thing as the year goes on? Prayers up to him. Traded to Philadelphia. Now he's on the reserved retired list, getting his physicals and mentals ready. And man, I have a little bit of experience with this, but once you get injured and your life is completely taken away, everything you've been used to, that happened to me at age 39. I can only imagine it happening to an athlete in the prime of his career with all the bright lights and spotlights and expectations and family members and all the support he has from Louisville to Green Bay to Baltimore. And his future's, I would say, highly in doubt, man, that knee is ever right again.
Yeah, it sucks, man. This definitely, I didn't see him just stepping away from the game like this. I was surprised. I thought he was gonna try and get back to form on the Eagles at some point, even if it was later this season. But this obviously provides a lot of insight into how difficult it was, that knee injury. And you think it was a setback? Because remember, he got hurt again in training camp, or maybe he didn't get hurt, but he needed a knee procedure in training camp.
Yeah,
so it started to flare up, and then like the issues continued.
I think that knee is to the point where it's never going to be able to sustain the rigors of an NFL season.
Right.
I think it's one of those things where, like, you ever met somebody that's got to get their knee drained every once in a while?
Yeah.
Like, Jaire's, some of the descriptions of what his knee looks like was like kind of graphic, and it kind of reminded me of like what people said about J.K. Dobbins' knee when he got injured. But yeah, man, I even said to Coach DC and Chris, just joking, my guy, man, and Dev, that he just didn't look as quick coming out of the breaks, and like the explosiveness was gone, not even the long speed. So, like my personal hopes for his like football career are it couldn't get any lower. I just hope that he's got a good support system. You can have all the money you want, Ryan, but if you're not happy, you're not happy, man. And we saw that in Dallas, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago with a young man taking his life. It puts it in perspective, man. Just prayers up to Jaire.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm definitely praying for Jaire and rooting for, him in life. He's too young. Like he's younger than me. Like, you know what I mean? Jaire's what, 28, 29? Like that is, it's tough, man, to get everything stripped like that, but hopefully he can come back, and I'm sure he'll, if he doesn't, then he'll do something else productive.
Yeah. Degenerative was another word I heard. TY, thanks, man, for bringing that up. That's, couldn't remember exactly, but like heard like just some like comparison to a well done, like just some disgusting comparisons to like what his knee looks like on the inside. So it kind of sucks too. And yeah, JK might be headed to IR again after he got hip drop tackle. We're missing Bateman now probably for a couple of weeks because of the hip drop tackle. So yeah, we went, Ryan, from a perfect injury report to it's not so perfect anymore, bro. Not so perfect anymore, bro.
Yeah.
I would want to ask you this. Rashad Bateman, and in the chat, if you have any what your opinions are, I would like to hear comments for those who rewatch. But Bateman was playing about 70% of the snaps. So I went back and looked at his game log. Yeah, 70% is a good interpretation. I think he's like at 69% for the season, but of course he missed the end of that game. So I'm going to say 70%. How do we feel that? Because I think they want to pace DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Tez Walker hasn't played in forever. I'm guessing that mean more Ricard. I even kind of think that they would put Tylan Wallace in there on like some rundown situations, Ryan, like we saw last year. Tylan in the slot, basically crack backing on these linebackers to get Henry outside of the bad O line. But how do you think we'll replace, Bateman and his 70% of the snaps?
Yeah, I mean, when in more run sets or when we're trying to run the ball, I definitely agree. I think more Ricard and Tylan, he's the most physical guy, but I want to see Tez active. Tez went crazy in week 2. I know he didn't have a ton of yards, but 2 touchdowns, like was stretching the field for us. He's been a healthy scratch. It's not like he's hurt. I know he did get hurt at some point in this season, but I'd like to see Tez Walker activated. And it's just so familiar because the last time we saw Tez have some success was against Cleveland, and they
2
didn't
touchdowns, wasn't it?
yeah, 2 touchdowns, and then DeAndre Hopkins went off too. But I do agree that I don't think Hopkins' volume of snaps goes crazy because we're trying to preserve him. But why not activate Tez and have him out there often? I think he showed every time he's been on the field, he showed that he can make some plays. So I think Tez needs to be activated. Tylan Wallace would definitely be a lot more involved. Just be replacement by committee. I mean, we weren't even getting the ball to Bateman a ton either. So from a distribution standpoint, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But from a snap standpoint, yeah, we definitely need to committee replace him. But I think the offense can continue to roll. I'm worried even if we go heavier, we haven't been able to run the ball heavy against strong fronts. So, I mean, having more Ricard in there, I don't even know if we can still run. Henry had 23 yards. Well, we didn't have Ricard last time. So we didn't have Ricard or Likely against the Browns in week 2. So those are new additions that could help step up. But,
I was talking last week, Ryan. I think we need to throw the ball out of heavy and run the ball out of spread.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Do the opposite because every time we go in heavy formation and the defense thinks we're running the ball, we cannot run.
We can't block them.
Yeah,
we can't block them.
So. We need 1 yard on the goal line. We can't get it.
Right.
it's
right.
Insane.
So that's why I'm saying. And like I saw the Vikings do this, they used their fullback CJ Ham as the only running back in the formation. So they had Hawkinson. So I don't want to say, it wasn't literally 4 receivers. One of them was Hawkinson. But like we can do that with Likely and Andrews. But 4 targets out on the field, and instead of having Justice Hill, who might miss this game, as you see, did not practice today. Put back Ricard back there for the sole purpose, like the Vikings did with CJ Ham, to pass protect.
Yeah.
Basically have 6 offensive linemen and 4 receivers.
I like it. There'll be a ton of mismatches on the field too. You know what I mean? Because they're matching to stop that run. I think that creates a ton of mismatches. We got a lot of weapons to do that. And let's get Keaton involved a little more, especially because Hill's banged up now. I mean, every time Keaton touches, that's another guy. Every time Keaton touches the ball, good things happen. He's explosive. And it's a crazy change of pace from Henry. Henry can't cut back and hit some of those tiny holes as quick as Keaton is. So it's not a knock on Henry. He's an incredible back. They're just different. They have different skill sets. And Keaton sometimes with a limited O-line, I think can get to that smaller hole faster and take off. We saw just in a small sample size a couple times against the Vikings, he still busted some runs. So if Hill's banged up with the toe, let's get Keaton even more involved.
And I love the idea of you got one of the most exhausting quarterbacks to ever play, to chase Lamar. You know what I mean? How exhausting is it to deal with Lamar? You think you have him, you don't. Now he's scrambling. You got to chase him over here. Now he throws the ball downfield. Now you're turning and running and chasing the ball. It got to be absolutely exhausting. You got to plaster your receivers for 6 seconds instead of 3 when you play Lamar. Exhausted. You pound Derrick Henry, hurting. And then Keaton Mitchell. The whole dynamic of that, I kind of enjoy. I want to see them. I want to say hi to my guy, Samuel Moore. Okay, Jason and Ryan, I love it. I was looking for the flock rundown and for the flock, and I came upon y'all too. I'll take it. Keep up all your hard work. Love the show. Love you, Samuel. Always appreciate your comments here.
Appreciate it.
And my girl, Tracy, checking in. I want to hear what she has to say because she says she's a mental health professional and saddened with the events surrounding Jair. Also disappointed with the so-called Ravens celebrating getting a low draft pick and saying mean and hateful things about Jair. Ryan, we're going to have to come up into one of these for this. Well, I got no tolerance. I understand that Trace, there's always going to be crazy people out there, but it was way more than just a few. Just being like, ha, I told you he was washed. Ha ha, I told you Jair is trash. I told you this, that, and the other. Like, we don't care if you're right. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of us saw that he wasn't the same. The main part is what Tracy is telling you about. And, just to get real on you, I mentioned it earlier. It was seizures. I had a seizure while I was driving home from work. Had delivered the mail. It was July 2015. It was a Monday. It was hot. I had a seizure while I was on the road. I luckily did not hit anybody. I ran into like this person's yard, ended up hitting a tree, went down to a brook, was knocked out for approximately an hour. Like I remember what time it was. But like when I came to, I checked my phone, an hour had passed. I had the air conditioner on because it was July 6th. So the windows were cracked just a little bit. I was sweating, crawled through this man's yard. The seizures didn't stop. So anyway, this is what led to me having this YouTube channel. So 5 years later in 2020, I'm bored out of my mind. I've worked since I was 15 years old. Played softball all up until like I was 36, 37. And just like that, I couldn't drive. I couldn't work. I couldn't go outside in the daytime. Couldn't go to Ravens games anymore. Light bothered me. Noise bothered me. You asked Cosmonaut. It was rough, and the seizures wouldn't stop. So I can relate a lot to like Ryan, what's going on with like Jair, where you're at the top of the world doing what you love and getting all this attention for it. And then you're talking about having your life taken away. And some people, to Tracy's point, will just say, oh, he's a football player. Oh, he's a millionaire. Oh, this and that. There's a human aspect to this. And we just saw it with Marshawn Neal in Dallas. And, I'm saying all this and getting vulnerable with you guys because I was pretty passionate and a little bit pissed off like Tracy to see Ravens fans saying some mean and hateful things about Jair.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't be doing that, man. Like you said, we're all humans. You know what I mean? You can't. I know it's easy as a fan to just like get emotional and only look at it from like a pro Ravens standpoint, but you got to separate it, man. Everybody's a human, and he's going through it. Like you said, this is tough to get everything stripped. He's got a long life ahead, and he's probably trying to figure out if he can't play football, he's got to then readjust and figure out his next purpose and whatever he wants to do for the next 30, 40
What am I
years.
supposed to do?
That's
like
not
being
easy.
being home all day is no fun, bro. When you're a driven man and you want to make money and he's probably played football since he was 5 years old, bro. Like,
yeah, at the high and been the best on the field.
And had to spend like 80 hours in the facility going through all these meetings, all these practice fields, all these coaches, all this tape watching. Now what do you do? How do you fill that 80 hours a week?
Yeah,
No,
man. The fans need to show him some love and support and not dog on him. I think yeah, just send him prayers and love. That's the best answer to this.
So thank you, Top Knot Tracy. Appreciate you so much for that, to give me a chance to speak on that because I don't tell people about my condition, but like if you ever see me slur my words, like it's just stuff like that. It's still from the brain injury, man. I was real self-conscious about it for a long time. Samuel, bringing this back here, fellas. Do you think the money that they built up in the salary cap is for signing of our own players? Ryan, you want to go first?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Originally, I didn't know that because the trade deadline was there, and I thought we were potentially, we had 16 million, 14 million. Now I think after the Draymond edition because he took some off. So I was like, man, that's a lot of cap room to have in week 10 of the middle of the season. You usually don't see the Ravens.
Usual.
Yeah, the Ravens always spend to the cap, at least during the season. Maybe in the offseason they have some breathing room, but during the season they're spending up to the cap. So I was like, they got a lot of extra room probably for the trade deadline. But now the trade deadlines obviously came and went. We didn't make a big splash, no contract on the books that cost a lot. So I would agree with Samuel. I think that's going to roll over into potential Travis Jones extension, Tyler Linderbaum extension, got to pay Isaiah Likely. There's a lot of decisions here. We don't know what's going on with Madubuike. Like, even if he can't come back yet, like his contract's still in the books if he doesn't retire. So like, we're paying a full Madubuike salary next year and he's not going to play on the team. Hopefully he's healthy and we haven't got any information. So I don't know. Hopefully he can come back and then, things will be a lot different. But regardless, we're kind of looking at a situation where we're going to have to eat some of Madubuike's cap and maybe not have him on the field, we probably need some extra cash to try and keep some of our other guys and just have flexibility in general.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to throw another wrinkle in there that some people might not like, but I think they're also bracing for the possibility that Lamar doesn't want to come to the bargaining table.
And then they have to pay the 75 million cap hit or whatever.
Like Lamar's an unpredictable guy, man. Like he might say, "Nah, I don't want to renegotiate. I'm just going to take my 75 million." Like I could, you can't predict what it gives them the room basically if that were to happen, to where if Lamar is, unable to negotiate or just doesn't return their calls and some of the other stuff where, you can't get a hold of Lamar, they're afraid to communicate with Lamar, whatever all that BS is that I have no idea about. Do they have the extra cap space? But like you said, Ryan, really unusual for the Ravens to have cap space like this time of year, even though it's only like 13, 14 million. They're usually spent up.
Yeah, usually we have two. And like we can't get anyone, So yeah. And I think it's definitely a possibility that there's a stalemate with the Lamar thing. But getting I guess the only like debate would be though is or the resistance would be that if Lamar didn't want to commit to playing here long term, right? Because an extension doesn't hurt him. It's not like he like makes less money. So it'd be purely just like if Lamar's questioning whether he wanted to be here long term. I don't know. I think they get an extension done in that cap, that 75 drops. That's my gut feeling.
I think so too, but I couldn't help it to cross my mind.
No, it's always a possibility. And
if they already talked to him and he's like, I can't call it, and they're like, well, shoot.
Why would he not extend though?
Because he's Lamar. You just don't know what Lamar's on. That's part of what I love about him is his individuality.
No,
like there's only one Lamar Jackson, man, and if there's anybody that's going to do something different, it's him. And if he didn't think like that, he might be playing wide receiver and not being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So,
he's getting a Super Bowl in Baltimore first. He's not going nowhere.
Yes, that's right. So, Ryan, let's look at this box score from the first Browns game here. There it is. So, guys, instead of me pulling up their season stats, I wanted to look at what happened the first game, week 2, September 14th, here in Baltimore. Ravens 41, Browns 17. Ryan, that means the Ravens offense just ran it up on them, right? Not really. Not really. We got a defensive score from Roquan, big interception return from Nate Wiggins. Madubuike had a sack in that game. But yeah, Ryan, what sticks out to you about the numbers here?
23 yards from Derrick Henry sticks out. And just our ability to then attack through the air, because we struggled for, what was it, the first half? I'm trying to recall exactly the order of the game, how it went, but we struggled to get anything going, kind of like the Vikings, like we're not able to get touchdowns on the board. We're struggling. We're having some resistance against the defense, and then changed up the attack in the second half, was able to get some downfield shots through the air. I think slowing down the run too. Holding Judkins. That was his first game, though. I feel like Judkins even better now, because I think that was his debut against us. He had 10 carries for 61 yards. He's a problem. We definitely got to stop the run. So we kind of did a good job of that in the first meeting. And 45 passes from Flacco stands out too for 199 yards. That's insane.
Right, 45 passes, and he only had 199, 4.4 yards per attempt, a 65 rating from Joe Flacco. And Lamar with the Jackson 4. I think Heather and I called that, actually, the Jackson 4 back in week 2. But yeah, it was a grind. You had, so Zay Flowers, 11 targets. Zay got his typical type Zay game right there, Ryan. Bate, what we've seen from him all year. Andrews was a non-factor. Hill out the backfield. But you had those 2 big plays from D-Hop. Wasn't that the one-handed play, right, for the touchdown? To reach out and grab the ball by the front of the ball. Right?
That was Buffalo. I think this is where he had 2 contested grabs. One was on the 1 yard line where he looked like he scored, but he didn't. And then the next one was a ball. It was over the backup cornerback, whoever replaced Ward.
That's why you bring Ryan on the show. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and the one hand was Walker. Buffalo, and then the next week was 2 like jump balls to DeAndre. Essentially, he was covered one-on-one coverage downfield in the end zone. He almost scored the first one. He did score the second one, and then Tez also had 2 touchdowns in that game.
So yeah, that's what it looked like. the first game. Let's look at the overall rankings. Now, this is amazing to me, Ryan. I want to just, before we do this, I want you guys to peek at their defense for a second.
Yeah, crazy.
Or excuse me, the Browns offense for a second.
Oh,
Look very closely or very quickly at how terrible this offense is. They can't move the ball. They can't do everything, right? So you would figure that would really hurt their defense, and their defense's numbers would look bad. No. Look at the Browns' defense's number for getting no help from their offense, Ryan. Second in yards allowed. You would figure teams would have the ball so damn much they would get a lot of yards. Second in passing yards allowed. They're only allowing, with teams running out the clock on them and wearing them down, they're only allowing 3.6 yards per carry. That dominant defensive line of theirs. They're top 10 on third down defense, top 10 in red zone defense. Of course, the sacks with Myles Garrett, looking for his 5th consecutive season of 14 sacks in a row. The man already has 11. Here's the craziest Myles Garrett stat to me. They lost to New England 32-13. He had 5 sacks.
Yeah, nuts.
In a game that they were never in. That the other
insane.
team didn't even have to throw the ball. They beat Cleveland down, bro. Like, Cleveland couldn't do nothing with the ball. New England wins 32-13. How in the heck do you get 5 sacks in a game like that where the other team ain't barely throwing the ball? Just blows my mind. This
Their
Browns
defense
defense,
is unreal. Yeah, it's unreal, man. And they're gonna have Ward. They had Ward, but he got taken out of the game like right away in week 2, so we didn't really play against Ward. So that's a big addition. You know what I mean? That we didn't face last time. And their front scares me against our O-line. It does every single time. I'm expecting some more resistance against our offense and the ability to just even get a run game going consistently, especially earlier in the game. Maybe it breaks open later as we wear them down, but their defense is gonna, not that we can't score, but their defense is gonna cause problems as they always do. And it's in Cleveland. I didn't even check the weather. I don't even know what the weather's going to be like.
You know what? Harbaugh said something about rainy and cold. And I don't know if it's too far out to tell that stuff, but it wouldn't
No, you
surprise
should
me.
be able to tell if it is, at least if they're
All
calling.
right, Ryan, work your magic, bro.
I'm
Work your
looking it
magic.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But the battle of the Titans here would be, on paper at least, the Browns' run defense, number 1 in the league, yards per carry. Ravens, number 2 in the league in running yards per carry on offense. So is it going to be another game like before where Derrick Henry only has 23 yards? Or can the Ravens find a way to manufacture the run game? Because running between the tackles on this Browns team, just if it's not working against Chicago and Miami, it's not going to work against the Browns, Ryan. We're going to have to get creative. Little Keaton Mitchell action, little two-back action, little bit of pitch outside, pin and pull runs, all kinds of creative runs to try to get Derrick Henry in space and make their DBs tackle.
Yeah, 100%. All right, I got a little weather update.
All right, let's go.
As of now, it's only Wednesday. You know how the weather can change. So it's not going to be that cold, looking around 40, 44 degrees. And then partly cloudy, a little bit of rain earlier in the day, but 21-mile-an-hour wind. So
Dylan Gabriel has zero arm strength.
Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of short passes, and they're going to, honestly, they're going to try and run the ball with Judkins. Like, I really think that we just need to make sure we stop the run, and our defense is going to have some fun.
So there you go. Ravens offense, Browns defense. I'm going to get Samuel in here. Thank you so much, Samuel. $10 super chat. Y'all are amazing. Last week, Ryan, we had like a membership bump. There was a lot of people gifting memberships and stuff like that.
I gifted one.
You gifted one.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. And I said, hey, DM me. Why don't you come on? There you are,
Here
bro.
we are.
You're the best, man. Samuel, that money has me worried about Beaks. Maybe they know more than they're letting us know. Okay, so there's like you were saying, Ryan, maybe they know they're gonna have to eat some Madubuike money, and that's why they have that cap space available. And if that's the case, we have to sign Travis Jones, or we will have no big guy in the middle. Okay, Samuel, I see what you're saying. So I hope you follow Samuel. Follow Samuel's point on this is that, hey, the Ravens are saving this cap space because we might have to eat money for Madubuike, and if there's no Madubuike, we're going to need to sign Travis Jones. Excellent point there, Samuel. Putting 2 and 2 together there. I hope Madubuike can come back.
No, me too, man. I was talking about it this week in a video. I was like, I don't even like talking about it because I just it is so I get like FOMO of or I am depressed that we don't get to see Matabike and Travis Jones because that combo with this defensive turnaround would be unbelievable, man. Like I just I really hope we can get him back, but I don't know. I don't know why no one's saying anything. They obviously know. Harbaugh's like almost said it 5 times, and then he's like, I can't. Like he needs to talk to you guys.
I
So I'm
feel
just
like
hoping we could get
I
some
feel
kind
like
of
it
input.
could be one of these situations. Ed Reed had a procedure not many people knew about. Remember Peyton Manning with the spinal fusion?
Yeah.
And he had that little scar on the back.
Yep.
Like maybe it's something like that. But I don't know if you want to play through that. I don't know if you can play
Especially at
as a
his position, just
at his position.
constantly banging dude heads
Right,
every
man.
play. Yeah.
Like
I know.
every position. I guess I can make that point from every position. But man, especially D tackle, bro, getting double teamed and hit from the side. Um, hey, we got a comment from somebody new. Grayson. I'm gonna call you Grayson. Grayson 8. Yo, I'm 14 and I want to start a YouTube channel talking about the Ravens like y'all. Do you have any tips to get started? Look, my main tip that I got was from Engraven, and if he's still in here, he will vouch for me on this. Is to make sure you're doing something that you have fun, that you love doing, something you could talk about every day. So for you, that's the Ravens. I believe you. I was the same kind of kid when I was 14. And then the other thing is, if you want to have success, another thing Engraven taught me, Ryan, is consistency. Just put something out every day. Put something out every day, something that people can count on, and they make you part of their routine. So that's, I'm not the most successful. Ryan would probably has built a bigger YouTube channel than me. But that would be my advice. Have fun with it and be consistent.
Yeah, that's great advice. I want to emphasize the consistency. I think that's the most important thing. Like when my first year of doing it, I built it to like 2 or 3K subs, but like I was when things were slow, I would just not post at all. And like if you really want to grow, if you really want to build something, you got to stay consistent, not only to build the audience and build trust with the audience that you're going to be there, but also so you can get better. Like you're 14 and naturally, if you haven't done it before, you're not going to be great day one. That's fine. Just keep pumping out content, keep making it, keep showing up. If you don't show up, today, make sure you show up tomorrow. Like just get back on it and keep pumping out content because you're going to get better quick. And when you're 15, 16, 17, like you're going to be a beast if you just show
Right.
up every day and you'll have everything you want. So just post a lot and just create it. And yeah, I love it, obviously, but I imagine you do if you want to talk about the Ravens, you're probably a diehard like we are. So that part's easy. But yeah, make sure you love it or you're not going to show up. But if you do love it, just be there every day, man. It'll work out.
And Grayson, I hope you subscribe and all that stuff. I don't know if that's what that play bar mark means, but appreciate your support, man. Good luck. And you can always comment under my videos. Find me on Twitter. If you're over there, allowed over there, Huddle It Up Films. I'll be more than happy to talk with you. Okay. So Ryan, we're kind of freestyling today again with this Browns matchup. Uh, we've been through this before, so there's not a ton to talk about to get into the matchup. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? We have to block Myles Garrett. We have to block Myles Garrett. He had 1.5 sacks in that first meeting. Talked about how nuts he is. But one thing that I wanted to highlight here is Malik Collins versus Voorhees. That left guard spot, Malik Collins was over him a lot. Again, the cut up from that game, a depressing cut up from that game, is on the channel right now. Voorhees, can he block better? Because we need him. Malik Collins ate his lunch. You're already trying to block Garrett. You know what I mean? You got first round pick Mason Graham,
Graham too,
Isaiah
yeah.
McGuire, right? Like this is a big front. So Voorhees is going to have to do better against Malik Collins. What else sticks out to you?
Schweisinger's playing out of his mind too. I mean, he's in contention for defensive rookie of the year. I mean, this guy playing great. I think having Ward back there, not that who didn't finish the first game, sticks out. That's a problem. Not that we can't move guys around. I think we can create some mismatches against their secondary, but Graham freaks me out. That whole D line freaks me out, man. That's the takeaway, I think, is the Browns D line. How are we going to block them? How are we going to create running lanes? I'm with what you said earlier. I think we should spread them out a little bit more when we want to run the ball, because that'll create a little bit more space, because trying to go heavy against this front, if you watch the trenches in this game, we're probably going to get moved back, unfortunately.
So one thing I noticed last week, when the Browns played and they lost that game. Shoot, who am I thinking? It was a bad game, right? It was Jets Browns, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Browns came out, and I was watching to see what personnel packages they were and just doing some little studying for the show, right? So they have Rayshon Jenkins, who is highlighted here at the slot over their guy that played Miles Harden. So they got even bigger. Like Rayshon Jenkins is a safety. So they're going with this 3 safety look. And when they were making plays against the Jets earlier, this looked like an undefeated defense. I've seen this before. We've seen this before as Ravens fans, Ryan, longtime fans like John in the chat, Linda, you know what I'm talking about. When you don't have an offense, but your defense makes the first play from scrimmage and they're fired up like they are an undefeated team, that's the kind of energy I saw from Cleveland. So I think it's important in this game to get a lead on these guys, Ryan, and have the fans start booing Dylan Gabriel and put them away, because this defense is playing with a lot of pride. They have a lot of size. Tyson Campbell has taken over. They had big time injuries at corner. Martin Emerson out for the year. Greg Newsome out for the year. Those are 2 first and second round corners right there. They still have Denzel Ward, but don't let these fools hang around, man, because they are a physical bunch.
Yeah, 100%. Got it. And we got to finish in the red zone. I don't even like, this game could not be close. We left so many points on the board last week, and I know Vikings is different defense. I genuinely think Cleveland's a tougher defense, honestly, and they know us more. You know what I mean? So they're comfortable. But we put 41 up in the first meeting, which is a little misleading because of all the defensive success, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some defensive success. So I'm with you, man. If we can get out to a 2-possession lead, this game might be over, and then everything turns, So hold on to the ball too is another big factor. We've been having a lot more success winning the turnover battles. I think our offense has not been turning the ball over. We've been winning the turnover battles pretty decisively each week. Turning the ball over, once or twice against Cleveland keeps them in it, keeps them confident at home, keeps the crowd in it. I think because I just don't see their offense scoring a lot. So if our offense is struggling and not able to score in the red zone, we're turning the ball over, then this game's going to be close. Anybody could win, but just take care of the ball.
Those are 2 great points. So you can see on the screen right there, the red zone percentage of the Ravens is an even 50%. So the Ravens are only scoring touchdowns on 50% of their red zone trip. That is down to 27th in the league. And then the turnovers, Ryan, all the fumbles that we had earlier, and then the Cooper Rush debacle, the 4 interceptions from Russ, right? Like Rush threw 4 interceptions. 10 of those turnovers, 4 of them, are from Rush's interceptions. Yes. So for us to only be at 10 turnovers is a credit to this offense of taking care of the ball lately. We're all the way up to 12th in the league with only 10 turnovers. So that's a big 2 big developments I want to back you up on. And maybe you're right, Jason. Maybe Cleveland traded Greg Newsome away. Maybe they did. But yeah, they had Greg Newsome. They had Martin Emerson. Neither one of those guys are there in their secondary right now. Okay, Ryan, let's flip it over to the other side of the ball because I don't want to hold you too late here.
No, you're good, man.
All right, good, because I might hold you too late. Okay, Browns offense. As a wise man named Outcast once said, roses smell like doo-doo. This Browns offense smells like doo-doo. By the way, I believe Outcast is finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
All that the other night, yeah.
It's about time. It's about time. So,
out,
but let's just, I'm going to say it out loud. They are 29th in scoring, 16.2 a game, 31st in total yards, 29th in pass yards, 32nd in yards per pass. Can they run the ball? No. 27th in yards per carry, 30th in third down. The one thing that I think that they've done well in is that they themselves have only turned the ball over 10 times. And Ryan, when your offense is that terrible and you're losing all those games, you would figure they would have turned the ball over more than 10 times.
Yeah. No, that is a low amount of turnovers for them, but the way our defense is forcing turnovers right now, I know the takeaways don't look good, but that was the first half of the year. I feel like our defense has turned it around here. I think we'll have some opportunities to get some turnovers against these guys, man. I really believe it. That offense is, as long as we stop Judkins in the run game, that offense is not much of a threat.
Yeah, not much of a threat. Contain the run game. Aggressive Ravens defense. I've loved what I've seen. Hope you guys enjoyed the Draymond Jones caught up on the channel. Just makes such a difference. But this Ravens defense, man, I've never seen numbers like this and felt better about it.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like when we were like week 2, week 3, week 4, it was almost all red on our side. Now it's mostly black. We're coming up in the sacks is the only thing that we're still lacking in, only 12 sacks. So
pressure's increasing though. You know what I mean? Like the way we're making teams uncomfortable and quarterbacks uncomfortable, making them move from their spot is a lot more often. I don't see them back there just chilling. So yeah, we're not getting home as much, but we're getting a lot more pressure, which helps big time.
Exactly. So anything else stick out to you talk about this Ravens defense for a second here, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the exact same way you did. Like the numbers don't look phenomenal, but the last 4 weeks have been incredible since the Alohi Gilman, Dafe Owe trade. This defense, held the Rams to 17, held the Bears to 16, Dolphins to 6, Vikings 19. So 4 straight weeks holding the opponent under 20 points. With Lamar Jackson in our offense, you're going to win a lot of games doing that. So I think our defensive numbers they still don't look great, but if you've been tuned in, you know how much of an improvement this is. So I'm looking at this with optimism, and the takeaways are increasing quickly. I mean, we won the turnover battle 3-0 last week. What was it in the Dolphins game? 3-0.
Yeah, it was
like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like 3-0, 3-0. Like, I mean, you're gonna be a tough team to deal with. And this defense seems like it's got the swag back, the confidence too, man. Like there was a lot of thinking and hesitation earlier on in the season. And I'm not seeing that as much now. And I think the rookies are getting more comfortable. They're making more of an impact. And Kyle Hamilton being around the line of scrimmage has changed a ton. So I love what I'm seeing from the defense right now. I'd like to get home and get some more sacks, but if you've been watching closely, the pressure rate has increased substantially. I think Draymond Jones will continue to play a little bit more. Are we going to see any Carl Lawson in this game?
I had to bring up Jason's comment because I'm with him here. Now Jabo has come off like 2 weeks ago. I thought was his best game, but still, man, it's hard for me. I've seen enough of Carl Lawson, and we saw the physicality that Draymond Jones brought to the Ravens. Carl Lawson's the same kind of player, Ryan. Physical, big dude, used to the AFC North. In a game like against Cleveland with all the running the ball and the short passes they're going to do, I would love to see Carl Lawson make his due before he scoots out of town like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and starts playing great for like the Bears or something.
Yeah, no, 100%. I thought Lawson was going to be activated before that. There's a comment from John Parsons too about Marlon. Yeah, Marlon had surgery on his finger, so he's out this week.
He's out this week, may miss another week. I think this is a solid move for Marlon and the Ravens, Ryan.
He was limited.
We have the Jets coming up. We have the Browns coming up. There is just no reason to have Marlon play with a cast on his hand for
one arm. Yeah, did you see some of his tackles? Like he literally was tackling with one arm. Like that's a liability. Like I know Marlon's out there, toughing through it, so that's respect. Like but yeah, I'm with you. If he's only got to be out a week or 2 at the most, we can get through Cleveland and the Jets without Marlon, and hopefully he's just back to normal, especially for that Cincinnati game. If Joe Burrow's coming back on Thanksgiving, I'd love Marlon to be out there.
Yeah, and this is it, John. Like this game, one of the only reasons that I'm nervous about this game, I'm a little more confident than others, is that this is the 3rd straight road game that we play. And anytime you play 3 straight road games, you start noticing drag in game 2, game 3 especially. But after that, we're going to have 4 out of 5 at home, including 3 divisional games, the Bengals twice, and the Steelers. So yeah, we're going to need 10-fingered Marlowe down the stretch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's give confidence. Awuzie's played great.
Yep.
Let's let Awuzie play. Let little Keon get in there on dime defense. That's all he's going to play is dime defense. Remember, Kyle is your every down nickel. Kyle Slime's the linebacker during dime. That's when you need Marlon the most, would be in that nickel during the dime defense. So be in the slot corner and dime defense. That'll go to Keon. We can win these games without Marlon, though. I think it's a great move that he just got that fixed. It was a procedure. He got it like set or something.
Pinned is what Harbaugh said. Yeah.
Thank you. Pinned. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
Yeah,
help.
there it is. Ashley got it. Yep. Yep. And John saying Marlo had magnets inside the cast. Yeah, he might have, bro. Because when I saw the ball in the air, I didn't think Marlon was going to catch it. It was like he had too much time to think. And you know how Marlon's in his own head all the time.
Yeah.
Running a mile a minute. His mouth's running a mile a minute. His mind's working a mile a minute. I'm thinking Marlon's going to twist himself in a mental pretzel before this ball gets to him.
Like that one, I forget what game it was. It might have been Cleveland, actually, where he dove and like dropped it and it was a touchdown. Was that the Cleveland game in week 2?
Yeah, it was, dude. That's how they got.
Yeah.
That's how they got to 17. But Marlon was thinking about that ball, and what was going on in his mind was like, "Oh crap, please don't drop it. Oh crap, please don't drop it." And he got it. So I want to share this file with you too, Ryan. You saw it last week, but this is the last time that this is going to be relevant. I'm going to have to change it up because this week the Steelers play versus the Bengals, and we play at the Browns. So that shared column will be all messed up. Things will be spread out. But there you go, guys. Your updated look at the Ravens versus Steelers schedule. Burrow coming back, could be back for that Thanksgiving game. Are you, I don't want to say scared of the Bengals at all, but like if this was your chart, Ryan, would you have the Bengals on here too? Or is it just Ravens Steelers in your opinion?
No, yeah, Bengals in the mix. I mean, I don't like their defense at all. I think they're not a true contender probably because of that, but I do think outside of the Ravens that they have the most potent offense with Joe Burrow and those weapons. Like absolutely. Like their offense scares me more than Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I think Cincy's gonna put up some points, and they smell opportunity too. And I think that's Burrow said it from his own mouth this week. Like the division's wide open. Nobody expected the division to be this wide open. With the Steelers just had the opportunity to run away with it, and they didn't. And I think the Bengals and Steelers are equally a threat if Burrow is back healthy. But the Ravens should be able to handle business. We're just going to have to win those division games. We can't have this year can't be like most years are, like most years we just kind of split in the division. I know we usually win, but like you can always count on us just dropping one to Cleveland or dropping one to Pittsburgh or whatever. I don't think we got room for that as much this year. You know what I mean? We got 5 losses on the board already. We got to run through the division, and we are the better team. So we just got to run through the division and take care of business against those games. And then these other games that we're looking at, I think works in our favor too, outside of maybe like the Patriots, I guess. But I still think we're better than them. I know they're playing well, but I really think it comes down to the division games.
I kind of agree. Like I know in John saying that I see it, John. Like that's part of why I didn't have him on this graphic. When I made this graphic a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think Burrow was coming back for a while. And I figured even if they are, like nothing is a guaranteed win when you're Cincinnati. Like they're going to lose. They lost to the Jets. Like Cincinnati's defense is so bad that a team that's struggling can go in there and put up 30, and they're going to have to play really well on offense. And maybe that bad team has a good defense that can hold. But coming out of next week, we're going to see, because this graphic right here, Ryan, is going to be no more. This is the last time you're going to see it on the show because the shared games are going to be wrecked. So I'm going to have to create a new chart. The at Browns we're doing this week. They're playing versus the Bengals, and then if the Bengals beat the Steelers, Bengals 5.5 point underdogs. I kind of like Bengals in the points at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bengals beat them last time. Can the Steelers beat anybody by 5.5 points with the way their offense looks? Like,
yeah, last week was bad too, man. The Steelers are very up and down. You know how they looked against the Colts to then follow that up, just getting blown out by the Chargers was kind of shocking. I'm not surprised that they lost. I just am surprised that it was they're just having like bipolar weeks.
And by the way, the Bengals are coming off their bye.
Yeah.
So
Good
2
point.
weeks to prepare for the Steelers here at Pittsburgh, a place they played before.
If we handle business in the division, it's the AFC North's ours.
So we kind of took a little bit of a detour here, but I don't care, man. I'm just having a great time.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at this Ravens defense versus the Browns offense, the last graphic of the night before we get to our score predictions. Justin, I saw you type one earlier. I hope you're still here because I forgot it and it's probably buried back there. This Ravens defense, you see who I have highlighted? Cam Robinson, the backup to the backup left tackle for them. David Njoku, always tough. And the reason I have Njoku highlighted is because he's usually around that side. That's Gilman's side. That's Buchanan's side. Alohi Gilman, for all that he's brought to the Ravens, and I can't wait to watch The Wire that you're talking about, not a physical tackler. Right?
Yeah, he's missed some tackles. Yeah.
And Njoku, as you know, is a
big guy.
Is a load.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely an opportunity for some mismatches. We got to shut Judkins in the run game down, and I'm telling you, we're chilling in this matchup.
That's who you should. That's what I should have highlighted, Judkins.
Because he's a threat. Like I know they're not running the ball super well, but anybody with eyes can tell like he's got some talent, man. Like Judkins is could be a special player. So I think that's somebody that we have to stop early because. You know, what's the last time we played him? Flacco threw what 45 times? Like if Gabriel's throwing anything like that, all short passes and stuff, like they're not doing nothing.
Right. Yeah. So this offensive line, Harbaugh, commended it today. But quite honestly,
Older.
Ryan, they're getting worse every year.
They're old.
3 years ago, this was a great offensive
Yep.
line. It's just not. It's just not anymore. Matabike handled these guys when he was out there. Travis Jones handles these guys. They run that outside zone, and these older guys, it's kind of tough to run a mobile offense like that. But yeah, Judkins is a threat. He is the one guy that has juice. The other guy that has juice, Harold Fannin, the rookie.
Yeah.
He is there. Isaiah Likely. If you ever watch him, he is almost a carbon copy of Isaiah Likely's style. Built like a big running back, can make you miss. Exciting with the ball in his hands, and next to Jerry Jeudy, he's getting the second most targets on the team, Harold Fannin.
Yeah, no, definitely getting some volume that, Gabriel likes to go to the tight ends and they just consistently throw short.
Yeah, a lot of short stuff. So tackling. It's a great tackling team, of course. And, I heard some misinformation like Keon's going to be filling in for Marlon. And again, you see, this is the base defense that we're playing. There's no need for Keon in this defense. It's a Woozier on the outside, Hamilton at nickel. So what happens is when we go to dime, if it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, Hamilton will replace Teddy. We'll go to Teddy's spot and Buchanan, and Keon will come into Marlon's in Hamilton's spot. So that's when you'll see Keon Martin in this game. Other than that, you're going to see this base defense, Draymond Jones, Mike Green coming to life, Malachi Starks coming to life. These 3 rookies. You've got to be impressed. You know what? I want to see Nate step up and start playing like Nate.
Yeah.
He's getting pushed around a little too much, missing tackles, getting bullied a little bit.
Yeah, he's there. It's just, he's definitely getting out physical a few times, which, it makes sense, I guess, with his size sometimes. But he's just got to play a little meaner and a little more harder, I guess. But he's there.
I think he plays hard, bro. It's just
his body.
Yeah. I'm like a super Nate stan. So
still young. He's still super young. I love that he's around the ball, like and he can make a play on the ball. You know what I mean? Yep. So those are amazing traits. Like even if somebody's getting a catch over him, he's right there. So I think he'll continue. He's also another guy that's just on an upward trajectory. So I definitely see what you're saying, but I also think he'll just continue to get better.
Jeudy, keep his mouth shut. Yeah, right, Ashley. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jeudy,
week 2, he was like, he's not scared at all of the defense. I guess at that point, no one was, though. Our defense was terrible, but we still did well against them in week 2.
Wasn't he dancing around? Who was it? Steve Smith said something about him, and Jerry Jeudy was dancing around in the background of Thursday Night Football or Monday Night Football or whatever. Yeah, Jeudy, like most wide receivers, there's a little something to him. I don't think he'll ever be quiet. And Big Al, yeah, man. me and Cosmonaut, if you ever see him in the comments, made a lot of instrumentals. Also got some from my buddy Knox. I paid for some from Knox, so that's where the music for the channel comes in, all original, because you know how the copyrights are. Although at this point, I could put the Beatles to the highlight because all the highlights get copyrighted now anyway, Ryan. So yeah, that's the way that works. Okay,
Yeah,
Ryan.
you got to manipulate them or they're going to get you.
I'm not compromising. I know other people can. I don't down
No, I
other
get it.
people, but like I just want the video to be the video, bro. I ain't trying to make no money. So anyway, score prediction time. So Heather, Chris, hide your ears. This is your least favorite part of the program. They do not participate in score predictions. Go ahead and type them in now. The current odds: Ravens -7.5. The over/under only at 39.5. Very low scoring game. Says something about this Browns offense. Quite frankly, it's only averaging about 15 points a game, and that adds up to Ryan. Vegas sees it as a 23-16 game. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I had 27-16, so kind of similar. I think our defense gets some turnovers, plays really well. I think the offense has some struggles. Obviously, this is one of the best defense, if not the best defense that we're playing all season. So I'm expecting some resistance. I'm expecting some blown up plays and some frustration, especially earlier in the game. I hope we come out rolling, but I'm just saying I'm not surprised if we struggle a little bit. So I got our offense scoring a little bit less at 27, but I think we pull away, especially like the beginning of the second half, third quarter. We got like a 2-score lead and 27-16.
Okay, so I wrote down 34-10.
Love it. Let's go. Blow them out.
I feel like we were talking about Ryan earlier that if you get the lead early, you take the life out and the fans start booing, and a lot of the fans want Shedeur. Coach Stefanski won't even say Shedeur's name in public.
Weird.
Like it's weird as hell, and it's a disservice to Shedeur. I don't care what he's doing. You need to be a professional. If all that's true, I haven't looked into. I'm not a Browns fan, so I haven't looked into all that. But throw Dylan Gabriel out to the wolves, Ryan, like we've seen with those numbers, all these off-target throws. It looks like you could pull somebody out of the stands and they would have better arm strength than Dylan Gabriel. 20-mile-an-hour winds that you were saying.
Yep.
Like I feel like this defense could
feast.
Could shut them out. Like I think we score 34 points based on our defense giving us good field positions. We get a couple of turnovers, and my bold prediction for this is going to be a 6-pack of sacks. Now that's a huge bold prediction.
That's a huge uptick. So, we're usually having about one.
We have 12 on the season, 12 through 9 games. So I'm saying the Ravens have 6 sacks of young Dylan Gabriel, who has been sacked quite a bit as a quarterback. So even with them trying to get the ball out quick and the quick passes, he is not seeing over the line. So this is where the pass rush comes through. We'll see Mike Green with a sack. We'll see Draymond with a sack. We'll see a D lineman or two get a sack. We'll see Kyle coming off the head, getting a sack. I'm feeling a sack party. One of our linebackers would get a sack. So that's the bold prediction. I don't know if you in particular have one, but that is mine, man. 6-pack of sacks.
Yeah, love it. If I had to do a bold prediction on the spot, I'm going. We win the turnover battle 3-0 again. Continue to win the turnover battle and force 3 turnovers. One could be on special teams though. Shout out Keandre Jackson, man. That guy's playing. He's playing. I'm inspired by how he's playing. Like his energy is crazy. That's another guy to watch in the Wired, man. Like just he's got a lot of confidence and a lot of belief, and he's playing on fire right now, man. I like what I'm seeing out of there. I think he could become something.
Yeah, I just love, I mean, when I played sports against people that are a lot bigger than me my whole life. I mean, I'm 5'8", 5'9", so it's not like I'm tiny, but like I played at a higher level. So like, dude, I love when somebody, Keandre Jackson, who's literally, my height, is in there wrecking shop. Or Zay Flowers when he gets tough and tries to grind out like the Hollywood Browns. That's insulting to to my stature, bro. Like
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
these. I want an Ardarius Washington.
I was
Man.
just thinking that's who I was thinking of too, is Ardarius. I was like, man,
Right.
that's another dog, smaller guy, but just doesn't play like it.
Rave Kingdom, what's up, buddy? What is up? It's great to see you in here. Okay, the Linda J, 24-9 for Linda J. Okay, we'll see if we get any bold predictions in here. Ty saying, yeah, we need Gilman to finish these tackles, and he's going to be on David Njoku a lot. And if he's not, he's going to be on Harold Fannin a lot. And you know those guys break tackles. So Gilman, I'm glad we have him. It just goes back to I wish we would have signed a Rough Rider, strong safety in the off season. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still a little bitter for that. Hey, our maybe YouTuber 27-6 from Grayson. Thanks again, Grayson. Good luck, and you can always reach out to me, buddy. Wish you the best of luck. John going with a 24-12. I like 12, John. Throwing in a non-football score. Ryan, take some guts. John Parsons.
Yeah, is that 4 field goals or is that a touchdown, field goal, and safety?
I feel like they missed an extra point. It's the Browns,
Oh,
bro.
okay, that too. Yeah. That's
You know
true.
what?
And they got like a young kicker too, inexperienced kicker as well. Speaking of kickers, Tucker's available.
Yeah. Yeah. Rome, 48-3. All right, Rome. Ryan, give me a smile at the camera. Okay, so if this is correct, I'm going to screenshot. That's why I asked you to smile at the camera. So I wanted to get a good look on our faces there. For Rome with the would be a monstrous prediction. TY, I'm sending the Heat the entire game. Yeah, why not, man? Heat this guy up. 6-pack of sacks is what I'm saying. 6-pack of sacks. Ashley, the beautiful Ashley, who was helping me a little bit with the merchandise that you guys asked for. 31-13. Ashley, big heart, beautiful girl. Thank you, Ashley. Jason, 23-17. Man, I hope not, Jason. I hope not. What's going through your mind, heart, spirit, Ryan? If it's a game like this.
Yeah, just biting my nails and stress and hoping we can finish if it's a game like that. Because if you're in a tight game with Cleveland against that defense in Cleveland, yeah, anything can happen, man. Especially if we turn the ball over once or twice on offense, like anything can happen. That defense is for real. So no, I think we got to get a couple score lead, at least like a 10-point lead, and then things will be feeling a lot better. Or just force them to pass. You know, you don't want Cleveland to be able to kind of dink and dunk or get the run game going. I want them to have to actually drop back and hit some stuff downfield, and then you can send all the heat. You know, you can attack them and have a lot of success. Then you're just having fun. But if it's a tight game, it's going to be stressful.
Yeah, you know, the more football, the better in this game. You know, because Dylan Gabriel can't play 4 quarters against us. I mean, and it's not. I'm not saying this like we're the 2000 Ravens defense. It's just he's been that bad, and a lot of it is a skill set issue. Like I talk about with Faalele at guard. You know, he's 370, 380 pounds. He can't get out, climb up to level 2 and block a Patrick Queen. Like it's physically impossible. Dylan Gabriel doesn't have the size or the arm strength to throw in 20-mile-an-hour wind for 4 quarters. You know, Starks might get another one, Ryan. Starks might get another one.
Let's go.
Dude, love the screen name. I'd be saying, join us. What up, Heather? What up, Chris? Well, hey, I'd be saying a lot on here. I'd be saying, Brave Kingdom 24-14, laid back Big Al 27-13. Okay, Chris says she's not doing it. I respect your decision. No means no, Chris. No means no. I will respect that. Justin, there he is. Ravens sweep the rounds first time since COVID. 34-17. Kwame with a 41-3. Get that smile on again. All right, Kwame. I hope so, bro. I hope so.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun, man. I hope I love blowouts. I mean, week 2 was fun.
All right. Okay, you saying 4 field goals. I was listening and trying to access the House Oversight Committee. 20,000. Okay, yeah, let's get that off the screen and pretend that didn't happen, John. No offense to whatever your political beliefs. I ain't touching that stuff, bro.
I feel that.
No, I'm a normal person, John.
Yes.
I'm an actual normal person. I just want to enjoy my football. So Ryan, man, bro, thank you.
Yeah,
we had a wild night. We had Jason accidentally having 2 streams at once going on.
all good.
People on different streams. They're probably on different streams now. I really apologize. I did state if you're in the one where we're in, vertical mode, just to come on over to this one. But yeah, we got our score predictions in. Vegas is staying low scoring. Lamar, hopefully he's at practice tomorrow. If not, you're gonna have some more videos to make, man.
Always got videos to make. But yeah, Lamar will be back. He'll be back. I got belief. He's fine.
No, I got you, John. I got you. Politics just make me cry. Okay, so I just try to avoid them.
It's insane. It's an insane world.
It's an insane world, bro. I just want to enjoy my football game.
Yeah.
I just want to love my family and just, vote. And then that's it, man. My goodness. I'm not busting on you at all, John. Believe me, brother. I do my homework as well. But yeah, so Ryan, we had the stream. We had the graphics got me all messed up. I got embarrassed. We got some super chats in here. That was great. Really thank you to everybody who contributed to the show. And Ryan, maybe when we play the Bengals for the second time or the Steelers in the finale heading to the playoffs, maybe you can come on again. And I'm always available to come on your channel if you want to talk X's and O's and get some film perspective.
100%, man. No, I'll have you on soon. And just, whenever you want me on, hit me up. I pretty much say yes every single time to anyone who asks. So yeah, I'm down, man. Love talking ball.
Yeah, I just really appreciate you. I appreciate all the other contributors. I promise I'll try to get Engraven on soon. Wednesday evenings is just he comes back late and he's got family obligations. But if you are here, if you enjoyed the video, please like. If you want to become a member and support the channel since everything's demonetized, join everybody leading the charge down below. Really appreciate that. I think it starts at like $2.99 is a membership. We go live every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. So check in. I just love hearing from you guys in the comments. I'll be doing another film cut up this week, Ryan. I'm thinking about cutting up the Ravens defensive backfield. The zones are looking tighter back there. There's less space. I can't even blame McCarthy for having an off day. They're really closing the windows, and I think I want to show that overline sideline view. Chidobe Awuzie with a really nice game. Marlon had a really nice game too. Like I said, a little too much separation from Nate. Gilman all over the place. Starks all over the place. I'm really liking how the secondary shapes up. So Ryan, keep an eye out. Tell everybody keep an eye out for more cut-ups coming on the channel. But thanks, man. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in. It's always fun coming over here.
So with that, I want to say thank you to my football family. Love my football family. Thank you for all the comments and super chats, all the love. Love you guys. We'll see you next Wednesday at 9. Ryan, please say good night to the people for me, bud.
Good night, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your night, and we'll talk soon.